Alrighty then, welcome back. And yes, the title of this video is Say No to Customers and Learn to Say No to Customers. It will help you out in your business. And why will it help you out in your business? Well, let me tell you, I've learned through experience. Saying no to customers is one skill that you need to develop. It took me about 15 years to realize it, and a couple of years on from that to kind of have the ability and the confidence to say no, because saying no is difficult to a customer. Obviously you want to keep customers happy, but doesn't always do you favors. Okay, my rule of thumb on saying no is pretty simple. Be a kind, decent person, okay, willing to help people, but don't be a pushover, because there is a difference between what people will ask you to do. Now, this can range from your regular maintenance jobs to one-off jobs. You will always get asked to do that little extra.
What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you could help me put up some shelves.
Oh, really?
Which is fine, because doing little extras does build a good relationship with customers. Okay, you do get more work by doing extras, but it has to be kind of within the budget of that job. Now, I'm not saying if you're working for some lovely old dear that she asks you to put your bins out, you're like, put your bins out and you're cutting the lawn. I'm not doing that. Do it yourself. That's not being a decent person, okay? Just pull the bins out, chuck them out, no hassle. What's it going to take you? It's going to take you about a minute, okay? If you're on kind of one-off jobs, when you're cutting a hedge, you're there all day, customer asks you, trim a little bit of a shrub. If it's 5 minutes, do it, because then you're going to go back probably and cut that hedge twice a year, whatever it is for that customer. They won't look for anyone else. They'll be happy with your work. Every year you go there, do the same job. Obviously every year it goes up slightly, whatever. That's a regular customer if you want them. Okay, but there are those, and we all know them, that ask for a lot. And there are loads of regular maintenance jobs that we do or we have done where that lovely old little client starts to take the mick.
Oh, darn, I forgot to go to the bank.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm getting so forgetful. Happens with age.
Don't worry about it.
And that's when you got to start saying no. Because your time, okay, is money. And there's no way around it really. In today's society, today's kind of way things work, everything costs money. When we're sat in the van, I'm here on my own today. When we're sat in the van, there's three of us. It's maybe 15, 20 grand's worth of kit in the back of the van. Okay, you're driving around a van, you've got someone in the office, all that going on, okay? All your bills, it all adds up. You need to know your kind of hourly rate you need to reach. So yeah, if you're driving A to B, it's all got to be factored in, isn't it? So if you're on a job, you're there, don't know, 10, 15 minutes for a 20, 25 pound lawn cut, if you were there doing it. Get it done. Now if that customer comes out and says, can you cut this hedge, okay? They might be a new customer to you, they might not know how you operate. So I would be along the lines of saying no this way. And it's not a no, never ask me to cut your hedge. It's a no, I can't do it today. So you're there cutting the lawn, Mrs. Jones comes out. It's always Mrs. Jones, I don't know why it's called Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones comes out, hey Nath, can you cut the hedge as well? No, I can't cut it today, but what I'll do, I'll message you a price for cutting the hedge, and the next time I'm around, I will allow enough time to do it if you want it done. So, you've said no, but you haven't said no, never ask me again, okay? Unless you don't cut hedges. You've said no, and you've let them know that it's going to be extra, where they might have thought he'll do it for nothing. So you've already passed that barrier. You can then go away, think of a price, and send it to them to gauge if they want it done or not. And then your next round, when you're there, whatever, a week or fortnight, 3 weeks, whatever you do it, you can allow that extra time, okay? So that's how I would deal with regular customers.
What do you mean we're saying no to everyone? I'm here on a Sunday, I've got way better things to do than this. not even due you today. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm off. Whoa, hang on. Don't get your knickers in a twist. We're not saying no to everyone, obviously. This is a contract we want to keep. We want to keep this client happy. So we're here doing that little bit extra on a day we're not meant to be here. After a storm, so it looks tidy. Okay? Right, yeah, I get you. Yeah. Look after the clients, look after the contracts we want to keep. Yeah, I get that. That's what we're saying no to. What about that guy who was working for last week, that landlord, and we look after a load of his properties? Like I said, know your customer. Yes, that landlord. We look after a bunch of his properties, so of course we're not going to go in there and charge him a whole lump of money to do his work, and we're not going to say no to things to him. He looks after us, we look after him. I said, you're not going to say no to everyone, you're going to say no to those who take the mick, and you're going to say no to doing extras when you could be using your time for other things. So don't get me wrong, we're not saying no to everyone. Right, let's crack on. Right, let's go and say no to someone.
You've got to do it straight away. You can't go to Mrs. Jones for 3 years and do a load of extras and then suddenly start saying no to her, because she'd be like, well, have I upset you? What's been going on? You've been coming here for years, cutting my lawn, doing all these bits and bobs. Where under your breath you might be like, every time I go to that goddamn place she's asking me to do this and do that, and I've got to do it, and I'm getting home late and it's putting my schedule out. And in the end then, are you better off with or without that customer? So just straight away, say no. So let them know from the start, it's a no, but I can do it again. Some no's are flat out no's. Do you paint fences? No. Hell no do I want to spend all my day painting the fence, getting painting all those nooks and crannies. No thank you. There's loads of jobs we say no to. If you're on a one-off job, like I was saying, and you're cutting a hedge, then you cut the shrub. If the money's good enough on it, just say, yeah, I'll cut that shrub. Okay, but if you're on a one-off job and you're like, oh, I've underpriced this, they come out asking for more, just say, I can only do today what I've quoted for, but by all means, I'll send you an email, I'll send you a message, I'll re-quote for that little bit, we can drop back in. Because if you're already under on a job, you don't want to be further under on a job. You want to at least get out of there as soon as you can. So yeah, learning to say no, I think, is a big thing to learn. If you want to be a yes man, that's fine, but it's easier to say no. So I urge you all to start saying no to your customers and start saying no straight away. If you had a plumber in to fit a radiator, then you said to him, hey, while you're here, can you service my boiler, bleed the system, flush it through, and also the sink is leaking in the bathroom? He'd probably say no. Do you know what I mean? He might have a quick look and scout around to see what it's going to cost to get it all done and then send you an invoice. But, not an invoice, a quote, but it would still be a no. So in our industry, if you're out there and you're on your strimmer, you're on a mower, you're cutting hedges, whatever you're doing, okay, extras get added on, say no. And it's as simple as that, because then if you say no, that time then goes on to another job where you then have time to earn the money. And if you say no, you can quote for that and you can do that as a separate job. So, I'm going the wrong way. So, that's it. Say no. No, no, no. I'm sure there's a song that goes like that. But that's my little waffle for the day. Say no. Do you get it? Have I said no enough? No? Right. I'll catch you later. Thanks for checking in. Don't forget, say no.